We're looking at a video now to help with this press fastener kit. Birch Creative comes with these tools, or you may call it a snap. The problem with this kit is it's misleading in the tools that you use. So originally my wife and I basically couldn't get this thing to work because we're following the instructions on the back. So it has this image there of the tool 1. You may see that there in the picture. Tool 1 is referring to this tool. It's got the hole in the end, and basically this one here's got a point, but this one's got a hole in the end, and you think, oh yeah, that makes sense. And it looks like the tool is actually driving down through these two fittings here. So when you're looking at the diagram, you go, oh wow, I got the hammer, I have the tool, I put that piece together, piece A together, fabric in between, and give it a whack, and then everything should be okay. Well, in this case it's not true. It doesn't work like that at all. So I'm going to go through what all these things do and which tool to use at which point. So this is the product, which is a bit confusing. This is, I don't know if it's just an Australian brand or something like that, but anyway, principle may still apply when you get the different tooling. If you get a tool that looks like this, it's got the cone end on it with the hole in it. This is literally a fabric punch. Okay, so that's just designed to punch through your fabric, so you can put the pins through. Okay, so that's just that tool. We're going to roll off the table here. So my wife's made these little baby boots. So she's got these holes here, so you probably can't see. So there's blue dots there. So this is going to be the seam section on top. Okay, so under great instruction, I now know what she's doing here. So that is the underside that goes over like this. This part is going to be the finished product, where you're just going to see the button on the top, and then all the mechanics is going to be underneath here, all the other bits and bobs. So that's the only one you want to see here. So when you're doing a project like this, you need to identify which side is going to be your show side or scene side, and which side is going to be the other side of the snap or the fastener. So what we're going to do, just go through everything first. So if you have this kit, A is the piece you're going to see on the top. So it's flat like this, and on the underside it looks like that. It has this piece, which is piece B, and it shows it going small to the top. So basically, if you can see it, it's got like a conish kind of shape as well. So the small end goes over the other piece, just like that. Can you see that? So fabric, of course, in between. Then when you put it down later, you'll have the fabric on there. It'll look like so. And then the other tool, ignore this picture. This picture says tool 1 hammer. The punch that punches through the fabric does not actually knock these two together. Someone who's done this before might go, yeah, of course, you're just stupid. And that may be the case, that's fine. I don't know everything, and I'm sure I'm stupid on a lot of things. But the point being, this tool here is totally different. it's got a punch on the center, then it has a channel basically, and then an over section, so it actually creates a roundish effect. When it presses this down, the centerpiece will roll up and then roll over into a circle, making it safe so it won't actually have any sharp edges. So that's the idea of this punch. This is the only tool you use to punch the fabric in between. So when you've got the fabric in between, this is the one that goes on top, and then bang, you knock it down. You do not use the funnel looking one with the hole in it, because that will just mess up your bits and then you end up with something like that after you beat the daylights out of it trying to work out why is this thing not working. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'll go through this slowly and I'll do a couple of goes. So this here, we actually damaged this. So I've actually got, this is the problem here. So this here you probably can't see, but following this diagram I used the punch to actually try to join these two together. It didn't work. So then when I put this on that shaft in there broke off inside here, because I'm thinking, why isn't this thing working? And I hit it too many times. And obviously because it's the wrong tool. But the diagram's misleading, and even the wording is messed up here when it comes to following diagram 1, use diagram 1 to do this and that. It's just like, it's just confusing. So anyway, ignore the packet. So that's the punch. So now what we're going to do is I'll go through everything slowly, and then I'll identify all these pieces. So those two work together, and these two are the underside. So just so you see, the underside, totally different. So it's a very flat piece, and it also has the pin that comes up through there. And then you've got the other one, which is also very flat. It's got those little bumps in it that will go over the top, fabric in between of course, and then we'll punch from the top with the only punch tool that we use is that one. Okay, do not use the other one. Everyone who knows about this product is having a good laugh now, but those who are watching this video are probably as confused as we were. Okay, so we'll put them aside. What we're going to do, hopefully I don't damage the boots that she made, because then she'll have to do them all again, and I'll have to run out of the house quickly. Okay. I'm just trying, the reason I punched that, okay, so I've got a decent hammer here, so you can probably have a little house hammer as well that may be better to do it nicely, but just punch straight through the fabric. Now I'm going to get the piece that's going to be seam, because this is now my seam edge, and I put it through the hole. And then I get this, and the little piece, the thin end, goes over the top. So that's what it should, that's what it should look like. Now, we do not use that one, we use the punch. Use this one. Should be using this. I didn't use that now, but okay, now we put it there. So okay, so this is a little bashing plate. So that's what we do there. So when we do the finished button end, we use this flat side. So I'll show you the two different sides. So there's got a rise in the middle, and this is totally flat. Of course, when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. That's nice and flat surface. That's a flat surface. Now if you hit that down on that end, you'd get a nice little bump right in the middle of it, and that wouldn't work so well. Okay, so we want the flat edge. So on the flip side, that there is inverted, so then when that sits on top of it, it supports it this way as well. So let's put that there. So we'll do exactly the same thing again. We'll put that same punch in. So I'm going to, Angie's marked the blue dot there, so I'll do that. Now I grab my 2 pieces. We go to small side down, big side up. Get the punch, not the point, the punch. We put it on the plate. Let's put it on the plate here. Okay, so now it's sitting on the plate. Punch right in the middle. So that's still a bit, can you hear? It's a bit loose, so it's not going to hurt. We can tap it down again, make it a bit firmer. You hear your kid running down the hallway. The rattle rattle. Okay, alright, we're good. Now we work on the other side. So this side is not going to be seen. So then we fold whichever way your fabric works and whatever you're using this thing for, whether it's a jacket or whatever. So this is the seam side, and that will go over that side. So then what we want is that to be facing upwards in the end. That's the idea, because that bit clips into that bit. Okay, so this is actually going to be the product on the inside, and then that is going to be the finish on the other side. So now we'll punch our holes. Got the blue dot there. This would have worked much better if I didn't damage the end by doing this whole process wrong in the beginning. Okay, so now we got that there. So now we put that underneath like so. We put that. Okay. Ah. Okay, so now we put this piece, which according to the diagram is piece number C. We hold that down, grab our punch, put it over the center of the hole. Look at that. Worked a treat. Cool. Okay, so that works. Now we'll go punch the next one. So we get the punch, find our mark. Grab our first piece, which is that one. As our second piece goes over the top, make sure you put it in the right direction. So this is the unseen side, inside the garment or the shoe or shirt, whatever it is. And then this piece goes over the top. Then we find our, we use our little plate. Okay, on the plate. Okay, so we put that aside. There's the two buttons there on the top side. These are on the underside. This is what they look like inside the fabric, or in this case the boots. So then that will be going inside like this. Clip, clip. And in this case, the kid can kick as much as they like. I don't think this thing will come off. Or maybe they will. Maybe they're too baggy. Anyway, so that's how you put these fasteners on. Ignore the drawing on the back. Do not use tool number 1 for any kind of punching these fittings together. Only use tool 2 to do the punching. If you have any queries, or you want something explained a little bit more again, just drop me a line. I can do another video on this, or maybe Angie can do it then. Alright, thanks very much.